Welcome everybody. How we doing? Blessings to everybody. Yeah. Salute to the channel. Cypher 730. Bobby, what's going on? There you go. You're officially a moderator for the Pollo. How's everybody doing? We in the building. We got Joy Rocks in the building. What's good, Joy? Y'all can hear me good? First time tuning in, that's right. Welcome. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody has been doing great. All right, great. So yeah, I'm gonna share the link. Anybody that want to join me may do so. You may come up on the panel if you have a channel. I don't have much to talk today. You know what I mean? So we basically could talk about whatever. Right now, boy, got the hot sauce 19. Not feeling too shabby. Today is what, day 4. I feel like warm now. A lot of coughing. That type of crap. You know what I'm saying? But this is going all around, and a lot of people are getting sick. So it's just sad, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big shout out to Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Go check her out. She's into crypto. Into the crypto thing, right? Bitcoin. She could tell you more about it. She comes up here. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say a big my condolences to everybody that was lost in that fire in the Bronx. What's going on, my brother? You can hear me? Yo. Think he got mic problems.
Yo.
Oh yeah, you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I got you.
You hear me clear?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Salute to everyone in the chat. Cypher, mi hermano. What up, fam?
Cypher 730 in the building. We got Bobby in the building.
Salute to
Thank you. If
Bobby.
anyone is interested, yeah, hop on, girl. Come on, hop on. I want you to hop on. I want to promote anybody that has a channel. Come up here, man. We could talk about whatever.
Amen to that.
It's grown folk talk here. You know what I'm saying? We're not with the BS, none of that. You know what I mean? Straight uplifting entrepreneur, history talking. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. You know what I mean? Real life situations, like exactly. Prayers to them families. You know what I mean? Out there in the Bronx that suffered from that fire. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody that's listening to me right now, get in contact with me so we can mail out some stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? So what's good, Joy Rocks? Talk to me, brother.
Not much, man. Just looking at the amount of people that's coming down with.
Yeah, bro, it's ridiculous, man, and
bruh.
It's
crazy.
It's nuts, right?
Yeah, man.
It's
nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts, and it's affecting everything. Because people are not showing up for work. Nurses coming to work, teachers ain't coming to work.
Yo, bro, I was fine. Listen, man, I want to bring awareness, man. Let me tell y'all something. The school system out here, I'm gonna be honest, they're not up to par with informing the parents. You know what I mean?
I was hearing what you were saying about that. They got the same thing over here, bro. It's the same thing everywhere.
And it's crazy. And this is happening all around because, you know what I mean? The economy has to work. The economy has to look normal. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, more, look, for me, I feel it's worse now than what it was. Before it was a big hype because it was introduced, something new being introduced, so it became a big hype. But now it's like a normality, but it's
Well,
work.
yeah, and the other thing is they're really not doing the things that other countries seem to be doing, like to get their hands around everything. Like in South Africa, if you get a test, they'll tell you what type of hot sauce you have. Over here, they just tell you got hot sauce.
Yeah, they don't say nothing else.
That's it. You got hot sauce. You're positive. Like, all right, but which one? Like, am I gonna die or can I go home? Well, no, you got to go home because we don't have any beds. Like, it's getting crazy, bro.
Are there shortage of beds out there in New York?
If there ain't, there's gonna be, because there's no way that you're gonna have over 1 million people a day, and the economy's taking a hit, huge, man. We're not really feeling it yet.
Yeah, that's just
If
crazy all
there ain't,
around.
there's
Welcome,
no
Bobby.
way that you're gonna have over 1 million people a day. And, the economy's taking a hit, huge, man. We're not really feeling it yet. Howdy.
Thank you. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
That's
we
a
can
dope
hear.
hat.
Yeah, we hear you. You can hear us?
All right. I got rid of my echo. I apologize. I had another window
Nah, no
open.
worries. No worries.
So I'm sorry that you got the hot sauce. We all got over it. We got it for
Yeah.
Christmas. That's a gift from the government. Enjoy it.
Yeah, right.
Enjoy
Man.
it. Stay healthy, stay hydrated, and try not to take no meds.
Yeah, it's just nuts all around. So how you been, Bobby?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? How you feeling?
A little
We
not too
chilling.
shabby, but we in there.
Orange juice. You gotta have that vitamin C.
Yeah. A
Yeah,
lot
we
of
bought a
tea.
lot of Tropicana when we were sick. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that people don't talk about throughout this whole situation is nutrition.
Yeah,
You
man.
got to eat good, keep your body, hydrated. The most important, no matter how cold you are, how much pain you're in, how hot you are, get out of bed and move around because you don't want to get pneumonia. That's like the end game.
Yep.
Definitely you got to keep moving around and
Move
whatnot.
around. If you got phlegm, make sure you get it out. Whatever, some hot
Hmm.
tea, some
You
hot
know
Yeah.
soap.
what's good to keep around too with this new stuff is the finger type oxygen sensors
Oh
that they
yeah,
use
the
in the
oxygen
hospital.
tester. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually picked one up for like $20 on Amazon.
What is that? You want to let everybody know what that is? For
Yeah,
those
it's
that
just a
don't know.
little device. They use it in the hospitals when you go. You put this little thing on your finger,
Oh,
and that
okay. Okay.
and that and that tells you how much oxygen saturation you have, which is a big thing. If you're having trouble breathing, you at
Right.
least want to make sure that your body's getting sufficient oxygen aside from the struggle.
Right. So Bobby, you want to let everybody know about your channel and what you into, and I want to welcome you. You know what
Thank
I'm
you. I
saying?
appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Salute.
Good
Got the
evening
kids running
from
around.
from the
I
from the
want to show my
hospital
face
room.
real quick.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you want to let everybody know what your channel's about, and I'll
Sure.
leave you the floor.
All right. Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me on the show. And the reason I came is Pollo came on my show. He was very helpful, helping me figure out how to run my channel. And there's a lot of things I don't know, and I'm always willing to learn. So shout out to you. Thank you so much. Um, I basically am doing like a Q&A and education on cryptocurrency. A lot of people heard of Bitcoin. They don't know much about it. There's more to it than the word Bitcoin, and there's thousands of other coins out there. They're not all good coins. So I'm basically on my channel to educate people. Not a financial advisor, nor will I ever be one. But I do want people to know, especially my people, our people, to know that there is a financial opportunity to better our lives and our financial gains. And honestly, I'm in the game almost a year. I wish when I first heard the word Bitcoin that I would have jumped on board, but it was just technology, computer, digital money. I wasn't trying to hear that either. So I
Okay.
know a lot of people don't want to hear about it.
So you feel this is the new way?
you already know how I feel about this. I'm like
Right.
90% in. I do my stocks, but stocks will never do what crypto does. Never.
You want to tell us a little bit about it? You know what? Nah, let's all support Bobby. And when you got the next show coming up, so this way everybody could come and follow you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure yet what I'm really going to be doing right now because I'm just trying to figure out like a whole thing to get the setup good and make it look a little more professional.
Okay. Well, just
So,
know you could use my platform tonight. You
thank
want to
you.
use it? You
I
want to talk
appreciate
about
it.
your crypto? You could go ahead.
I would
No
love to talk
worries.
about it, but I would rather do Q&As. I put my glasses on so I can read that small
Okay.
font. I'd rather do Q&As than just keep rumbling on about something that people are sitting there like, and then they're like,
Right,
oh,
right,
that was
right,
boring. I didn't
right.
understand it. So if anybody has questions, please put it in the comments and
There you go.
I'll be more than
Man, I
happy
wouldn't
to
even know
answer.
what to ask, when it comes to this subject.
Well, I could tell you what. I'm going to start with this. I'm on a website which everybody can go on. It's called Coin Market Cap.
Victoria, can you share her information on the channel? Coin
Coin
Market
Market
Cap.
Cap. Yes.
Wait, hold on. Let me blow up the screen. Go ahead. Do it now.
Okay.
Okay.
This is like a starter Q&A. Coin Market Cap.
Okay.
It shows you a list of all the cryptocurrencies, but this is
Okay.
the first page.
Okay.
So very often I go on Coin Market Cap and I don't go straight to my wallet. I'll look here and I'll see the market cap of cryptocurrency right now is $2.8 trillion.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you, Victoria. Hello, how are you, honey? $2.8 trillion. Yesterday it was 1.9 trillion. So it's very volatile. It goes up, it goes down, but the markets were in red like all weekend. Today the Feds made a report. Stock market's going up. Crypto's
Now, when
going
you
up.
say in red, what you mean by the
In red
part in
means
red?
it's all like dipping. Everything's going down, but that's when it's good to get in. You want to get in when the charts are red.
Okay.
So for example, if I told you to look at a coin called Cardano,
Right.
the coins I'm mentioning right now are like good startup coins.
Okay.
Because you could take me off this big screen. I'm getting scared of myself. So like the Cardano, for example, it's $1.
Okay.
Let's say $1.20 right now. It's been as high as like $3. So for example, if you put $1.20 and it goes back to its all-time high, you're making $1.80. But if you put $100, you're gonna, triple your money.
Right.
When it goes back to its all-time high.
So the more you put, the more you get out of it.
Yeah, like I had a friend the other day, and they were like, "Look, I bought a coin, I bought crypto," and then they showed me that their wallet, and the wallet is, what your app. There's different forms of wallets, by the way, but most people have it on their phone or their computer or whatever. And they showed me they bought one coin, and it was like a 20-something cents coin, and I'm like, if you spend 20 cents, I mean, it's a start. I'm happy. But you spend 20 cents and that coin goes to $1. You waited like a whole year to make 80 cents, makes no sense. But if you bought $100 worth, or if you buy $10 a week, whatever your budget is, no budget's too large, too small. You can actually buy $1 worth of Bitcoin if you want. But I don't recommend people going in buying Bitcoin because it's at $42,000 right now. So $1 is not going to get you nowhere. However, if you get a coin like Cardano or XRP is 76 cents right now. And that one, that's like that coin, if I could be a spokesperson for them, I would. Not financial advice, but that's like one of my favorites.
Why is it your favorite? Can you elaborate a little bit? Why is it your favorite?
It's one of my favorites because number one, it's undervalued. Okay. And undervalue means, hey, everybody, even if you went into your change, your t-shirt drawer, you got 76 cents in there. So you'll find 76 cents in your house. So you can start by buying one, because imagine that 76 cents could be like Bitcoin, 42,000 in 4 years, 6 years. Like that would be the best investment anybody ever made, right?
Absolutely. So you're saying that this could convert like into a Bitcoin type thing?
Oh,
like,
it's going to be more than Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin is the godfather, the grandfather, the daddy of all crypto because it's the first.
Right. Okay.
But Bitcoin don't do anything as far as it don't have, what's the word, boo? That Bitcoin don't have? The word I'm looking for.
It
It
doesn't
don't have
have
no
the proper
utility.
tools for you to
Right.
work with.
Right. It don't have utility. There's a lot of like computer talk that I'm learning. I'm learning there's a whole language in crypto. And I'm a published author. So I think I'm gonna write a crypto book, like a crypto for dummies.
You want to let everybody know a little bit about that now or later on in the show?
Um about what? I'm lost.
That you're an author,
Oh,
that you have
later
books and
on.
all that? Later
Later
on.
on.
Okay,
But I
later
have a book
on.
deal and I'm good for 12 books. I'm 3 books in. So honestly, being that we're in the early game of crypto, I'm really thinking about just writing a simple crypto. Not I'm not gonna call it crypto for dummies because somebody already has that franchise, for dummies, all those books. But like I bought my grandson, he's 1.5. I bought him a baby book and it's called Blockchain for Babies. And it explains
Okay.
blockchain. So if anybody's watching, just Google what is blockchain. It's simple. Pollo gives me $1. Pollo has $1. I buy the dollar from him for $1.05. It's a blockchain. We connect. After Pollo buys the dollar, after I buy it from him, the next person buys it. It's a blockchain. It's just all recorded digital money. And when I say digital money, it's an asset into a program, it's a platform. But the minute you sell, it goes right back into your bank account or your debit card or wherever. And that's how it converts to real cash, real money. But
Wow.
you get taxed and there's ways around that. And like some people go in, they'll put $500 and maybe 2 3 months later they're like, yo, I made 3 G's. All right, cool. They cash out, but that's
Wow.
going to catch up with them on their taxes, you know. and
Okay.
and I'm not in it. Like I said the other day, I don't know if you were there, I'm not in it. Some people can do it and say, hey, I really don't want to do that, but I need a car, so let me put $20 a week. If it
Right.
takes me a year to save $15,000 for a car,
Right.
I have a better chance of doing it here than making that money when people, are looking for work or whatever the situation is. And it's hard to save. So it's just a really good platform. Everybody
Yeah,
should.
now more than ever.
So it works more better if it's in for the long haul than being short term,
Yes,
correct?
always. Yes. And you have less taxes depending on where you are because it's you held it longer. And there's states and places like Puerto Rico where you can avoid all capital gain tax or
Yeah,
low
that's
taxes.
nice.
But like I don't want to like
And
cash out.
we all love cash.
Yes. And it is money. The first night I met Victoria, she wrote something about, oh no, my money needs to be, like she needs to see it. That's why I didn't get into Bitcoin because I couldn't understand it and I didn't ask questions and I should
Right.
have, but I didn't. But it's okay because there's a time for
You
everything, right?
learn. Yeah, you learn.
But it's still in a baby stage. Just do your homework and come to my channel, ask me questions. If anybody has a question right now, I'm more than happy to answer.
Yes, please, anybody, Felipe, anybody out there, Victoria, Joy,
Or
if
if you,
you
or if anybody wants to join the
also
panel
you
too,
yeah, you could
ask it in
join us.
person.
There
You
you
don't want
go.
to sit there and type it out.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Most definitely. So we're
But
gonna
you
take.
guys, I'm
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
Nah,
No,
go ahead. Go ahead.
you guys need to download your wallets, and a good one is everybody in PA or other places?
I'm in PA,
We in Jersey
Joy
over here.
in Jersey. So we
Okay,
we neighbors, you could say.
okay, okay. So a good startup wallet would be just to buy, like your first few dollars is Coinbase. They take a few days to set up because they do verification checks. Some people don't have a debit card or a bank card, so then, you got to
Right.
get all your stuff together. But they do face recognition. They want to see your social, your ID. You got to get passwords. You got to have like a little book to get all your numbers. But
Right.
setting up the wallet is the start of your financial freedom. And I promise if everybody just does their own homework and invests with the knowledge and education. I got wrecked when I first went in. I got scared. It's called panic selling. You see
Okay.
your money at one price and then it dips. I got so scared. I
Right.
seen it like going down 50% and I cashed out. A couple of days later, it was up where I was at and even higher. And
Wow.
for me to get that back, I had to spend more money just to catch
Yeah,
up
you
on
gotta
it.
hang on. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
For
gotta
the long
hold,
haul.
but you hold too long. Obviously, there's a word in crypto called hodl, hold on for dear
Right.
life. But if you're holding on for dear life, what's the purpose? You need to cash out eventually. But I tell people make it a 4-year plan.
Yeah, it's
Make
true
it a
too.
4-year plan, and it will change. It will change your financial system. Like everything in your home, and you'll be wanting to invest more when you see the rewards. And the people that get scared, they're the ones who reward us. When they leave, the people that don't have faith, when they leave, they give us the blessing. Because once
Mm.
they leave, We win because we stood waiting. You know, a lot of people get scared and they leave and they're like, nah, I'm not going to do this. They don't have patience. The impatient reward the patient. Let's put it that way.
Most definitely. Blessings, Danny. We got our brother Danny in the building. Danny,
Hello.
we talking about crypto. We got a special host. We got our friend Bobby in the building. We got our boy
Hello.
Joy Rocks. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you got the hot sauce, so I'm not that animated.
Aw.
But it's all gravy, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, that sounds interesting for real. And so let me ask you something. So let's say somebody wants to take $5,000, right, and say, you know what, I want to invest $5,000 in this and let it rock for 10 years. What type of benefits will that person have in 10 years?
You want an airplane? You want your own island? Sounds too good to be true, right? But it's real. 10 years is a great time.
Salute
Listen, I
said,
got in this for my grandson. He's 1.5, he'll be 2. Well, he's almost 2. This is for him. When he's 21, ain't nobody gonna touch him. I don't even, I'm not doing this for me. So if you have
right.
young children, a 10-year plan is an amazing plan. Even if it's a minimum, you're saying 5Gs. 5Gs is off the
But
chain for 10
just to
years.
let it rock for 10 years, you know what I'm saying? You spend $5,000 in things that really make no sense a lot of times, right?
All right, yep. You got a calculator?
Calculator. No, Joey, you got one, brother? Let me see.
It's easy math. Bitcoin was $1. Let's say you got into Bitcoin when it was $1. That was 11 years ago. It's $42,000 today. Do your math. How much money would you have?
No, you absolutely right. You're
How much?
absolutely
I
right.
want to hear the number. So get your thinking caps on. Somebody do the math here.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
But I know you see
This.
my videos of the scams that are out there. You got to be careful. Be very careful.
Yeah, so 10
I don't
years
know.
is like a mark. So 5 stacks. Okay. So you basically been doing this for a while. So you basically will direct somebody to not make them same mistakes you did at one time.
Absolutely. I want them to avoid getting wrecked. I want them to avoid panic selling. So many times I want to like jump out. Like yesterday, I was like, oh, I can't take this because I've been seeing certain things go up and it's like way up. And then I'm like, yo, I ain't getting caught with this bag because eventually there's a bear market and things could go down 80%, 90%. And that's like if you got 10 G's in the pot
Right.
and you see that shit at $500, you're gonna be like, damn, I had $9,500 could have been sitting there, you know. And now the thing is,
Yeah.
if you would have pulled it out, it's like if you pull it out, let's say you got 10,000 in crypto today, and the market's up. Tomorrow the market goes all the way down, and you're like, damn, yesterday I had 9,500 profit, and I only got 500 in there. If you take them $9,000 and you convert, let's say you got 10,000 of Bitcoin, you convert it to a US dollar token or a stable coin. Stable coins stay at $1 or $1.01. So they won't depreciate while the crypto market is going down. So you transfer your crypto over to US dollar token, let's say USDT or something called Tether or any other stable coin. Your 9,500 is going to stay there. It's not
That
going to
way
go
it
up and
protects
down.
it.
Right. So now when you see your coin dumps the next day or the next week, and let's say you had $10,000 and Bitcoin was $1. Now you go back in and you buy $9,500 worth of whatever it is at its lowest price. You just wait, and then you like, so if you had 10,000 coins or 9,500 rather, now you go in and you say, you know what, I just got 18,000 coins. So when it goes back up to the high, now you got more coins in the pot and you made more money. So the whole thing is, if you're gonna go in and out on a trade, you want to go in and out basically so you can accumulate more coins and make your pot bigger. Get it?
Oh yeah, that
Kind of.
that. Okay, well you got
Well,
lost that Joey.
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask them.
Is
Attention
that a
deficit.
TV back there in the background?
Real talk.
Somebody?
I'm waiting to find out what's for dinner. That's the problem. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, brother.
Yeah, I apologize, man. I'm kind of doing like three different things here at the same time. I'm listening, but I kind of missed a few parts.
Which part's a part of once the up and down
Like
and
I
the
understood about the part about moving it when it to the tether, the U.S. format or whatever temporarily, but
right?
does it? Isn't there like a transaction cost every time you kind of move things
There,
around?
there is, but it's cheaper than losing all that money when the market dips. So if you're gonna
That's
spend,
true.
let's say it's 9,500. I don't know why I came up with that number. Let's say it's 9,500 and it costs you $80 to put it stable into a stable coin. You just lost $85, but you didn't lose 9,500. Now you still have that money to invest. Otherwise, you'd be stuck with just 500 in the pot when the market dips. And the problem is, you got so many people out there doing crypto on YouTube, and that's where people go to Twitter. And they're people like you and I.
Right,
Nobody knows for sure where the market's going. They could be the best market analysis chart people that read the candles. And
right,
I mean, there's great people out there that are successful, like the guy Crypto Face. You can follow him, but nobody's ever accurate, 100% sure. I listen. I'm
Yeah,
learning
it's
how to.
like any other market, in other words.
Yeah, but people like I said, one day I forgot where the coin was. It was like in the 40s because
right,
Bitcoin went up to 60, and at that point they're like, oh, it's gonna crash, and it's gonna go to 18,000. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get in at 18. It never went there, and then it just went from 30 up to higher. So it was like, okay, so whoever was waiting to jump in because they listened to this guy or that guy.
right.
So you basically got to start learning the market. And the craziest thing
And
is,
make your own decisions.
right, I didn't know nothing, but this is just like anything else. You start fresh, and then eventually down the line, you can have these conversations. And today, a friend of ours that actually tried to get me into crypto, we were talking, and he's like, wow, you know a lot. He was the one that tried to get us into crypto, you know? And I was
Right.
teaching him today because he just does what he does, like just one coin or two coins, and goes back and forth trading. And he does it for the quick, like, let me make this money quick, flipping it. And that's not why I'm doing it.
Yeah,
No.
that's how I do casinos.
Oh, okay.
I go in and I usually don't lose when I do that. It's when I let them,
Is that online
that's
or
just
like in a real
no,
gambling?
no. Well, yeah, Atlantic City. No, when they go, I don't do none of this online stuff. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
trust them in person. I'm not gonna trust them online.
Right? It's scary.
But no, you're right though. You gotta do your homework. You gotta know when to fold them.
Mm-hmm.
And all the rest of it.
Yes. It's
But
like
it takes homework. Like anything else. You
you do
gotta
your homework.
really research.
Yeah, and like for example, on Coin Market Cap, and if you get lost, you could play this video back. Coin Market Cap tells you today there is 16,676 cryptos that are listed in the crypto market. Yesterday there was 16,000 coins, different coins. Okay, so that means 676 developers came up with a coin since yesterday. Are
Wow.
they good? Are they all good? Heck no. So you got to be careful. But when you look at like the top 10, you'll hear Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, which is Binance, Solana, XRP, Cardano. I'm just reading you the first 10. Terra Luna, Polkadot, Avalanche, Dogecoin. These are like the top 10 dogs they all have over like $1 billion market caps. So that's what,
Wow.
you can go into something when it's at $100, the market cap, because it's brand new. And if you get lucky, you'll get like a million tokens for like $3.
Wow.
If you're lucky and it gets a couple of digits on, because there's like 20 zeros, like people go Shiba Inu, Shiba Inu.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's like some people get lucky, but those things don't do nothing. They don't do
Good
nothing.
night, Cypher. God bless you, brother. I got you.
Yeah,
No doubt,
Cypher,
man. Hit me
blessings,
up,
brother.
bro.
Saeed, everybody in the
I
chat.
see you.
This is
Good
real
night. God bless.
interesting for sure, and like I said, this you get a greater benefit if you were to invest something for a long haul. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like if you invest 5,000, make believe it doesn't exist. Just let it rock, and eventually,
yes.
I guess they'll give you benefits
Let me
from it.
ask Bobby a question. What do you think about the the real estate bubble right now?
What
How
do I
long do you
think?
think that's gonna last?
Well, honestly, I think,
Because you know there's like no houses on the market practically right now,
yeah,
right?
but that's see, that's
That's because
tricky.
of all the programs.
That's tricky. The interest rates are going to go up right now because we are going to go
Exactly.
into inflation, which is not good.
Nope.
People hear that, and if they really don't know inflation, we don't want inflation. So what, they raise
Nope.
the minimum wage, or they're going to, the more people are making, when there's inflation, the more expensive everything is. Right now, gas
Right.
is ridiculous. I drive a truck. I'm looking for a 4-cylinder car right now just to save money.
Oh,
Um,
you mean like I thought you meant
I could imagine
professionally.
you spending
no,
like
I
$100 to fill up or more.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, I own a trucking company, but that's like a whole nother thing. Um, it's just,
Oh, cool. I'm an ex trucker.
oh, cool, cool, cool. What's your favorite truck?
Oh, I drove a freight shaker for six
A
years,
freight
put in
shaker?
almost a half a million, put almost a half a million miles on that bad boy. I was
Oh
hauling
wow.
plastic.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. What'd you
yeah.
do? Like local or like state to state?
Regional, northeast,
Nice.
down to like got out as far as where Mario's at up there, Smoky Mountains, Tennessee, Michigan,
Oh,
Canada, all
nice.
that.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
It was
a
nice.
rough job though. It's a rough job.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's why I
Yeah, it
always
is.
took the long hauls. You know, give me the one where I drive for 3 days and then I work for a few hours and then I drive for 3 days and come back.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you would never want to work for me.
Hmm. I
Go
could
ahead, go
see
ahead, go
just
ahead.
by looking at that
Come on, come
badass
on,
hat. I could see.
come on,
I'll
man.
tell you why.
We going to
My
logistics here, huh?
Yeah, my husband and I play good cop, bad cop with the drivers, and
That's
I'm the
it.
bad guy.
Good
Yep,
cop, bad
I
Yeah,
cop.
could tell. I could tell. Pedra navaja.
yeah. One day, one of my drivers got hurt, and what happened? Something went in his leg. Up, he fell from the top. We have a car hauling company. He fell from the top, and
Oh, that's real hard work.
his
Damn.
leg got pierced. Like the metal, whatever went through his
Oh,
leg,
Yep,
and he was
that's mad
crying.
dangerous.
Yo, he was crying and everything. And this was the first time my husband was the back cop. He goes, I don't give a fuck if you're bleeding. He's like, go. He goes, get
Oh,
in that truck and get it back, get it home. But the guy was like crippled, needed to go to the hospital. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, nah, I don't care. It can't hurt that much. I'm like, yo.
yo, let these guys know, right? If any car gets even a scratch, it comes off the settlement.
Yes,
wow.
yes.
Even a
Yeah,
scratch.
yeah, we had, I did.
Imagine if you haul in Mercedes, bro, or something
Listen,
like
I
that.
did
Oh my goodness.
Mercedes, Bentley. We were doing cars for like the Prince of Dubai. Like we had exclusive accounts. We did
Ooh.
politicians. I did the
Mm,
Jacksonville Jaguars, like the football players, and like I had nice. I did Elton John's. Like these were repetitive customers, clients.
right.
And Elton John, he got a house out in Star Island in Miami, and he got a place here in the city. So like I would do his what they call snowbird. The weather changes, they go down south. So I would do him and his boyfriend's car every year. And the year I couldn't do it, they were so upset. But yeah, if you scratch a car, if you put a dent on the door, anything's missing, like
Yup.
it's crazy. They got to be really careful. And
They might even send it back.
we've had a few issues where the drivers damaged the car, and they made every excuse why it happened. It should have never happened. But sometimes, not with my company, but sometimes I've heard of cars falling off and stuff like that if they're not strapped down. It's crazy.
No, I heard a story. I have a friend of mine that does it. I don't know the particulars, his company, etc. But he was telling me that some places really give him a hard time. Like any little thing that they have to buff, they want to write it off. And
Yeah, well, like we would do like the auctions, and let's not even say the auctions, because the auctions, the cars could be a wreck anyway. But like we did do
true.
like Copart and all those places. We used to do the dealers, like the plants, like where they make the cars brand new.
Hmm.
So if
Hmm.
we had 10 cars on the truck, or 9 cars, and something came back with a scratch, all the cars are racked up. Like there's no reason for damages, and the drivers, like when you bring them to from A to B, they inspect them again, and if they're not the same way, I mean, I'm sure it's just like, like you could say that scratch was there, but if there's a ding or a windshield's broken or tires pop, like they're gonna deduct it from the bill.
So
And
you
I let
Yeah,
saying
that's
that
a
the
fact.
whole car is paid off if that happens? One
It
little
depends
scratch?
how much damage there is.
Wow.
Yeah, but me, what I
Yeah,
used to do,
trucking is a lot of it has a lot of angles. You gotta,
yeah, it's a very hard business, even just to own, because people don't
it's
understand it.
becoming an owner's market again, though.
Yeah, it is, but you got to be out there doing it yourself. That's where you see real money, when you own the
That's
truck
true.
and you
I
get
gotta tell you though, I
contractors.
work I work for this guy. He has 7 trucks. They
Okay.
gave him the company we were leased to, and you understand what I mean by that.
Yes.
They offered him. They told him, we're gonna give you the entire Northeast, but you're gonna have to start. We're gonna need, by the time it's all said and done, we're gonna need you to have about 30 trucks here. So you need to start expanding your fleet. And not only that, they told him, we're gonna finance the whole thing.
Nice.
They told him, all we want from you is to be the terminal manager and be here every day. You don't even have to drive a truck.
Okay.
Do you believe he turned them down
I was
because
gonna
he
ask
quote
you, what did he
unquote
do
he quote unquote did not want to work for them for free. This is how he saw it.
for free? You're a
It
regional
was that
manager.
was his old school mentality. I tried to tell him. I said, his name was Jim. One of the
They're
best
giving
guys
you
I
a
ever worked
business.
for.
So what were
Who's
they
the
Yeah,
giving
man,
what?
he
The
was
you?
best
so
guy?
old school.
He was a good guy to work for.
One of the best. Listen, all jokes aside, he's a very old school trucker. Okay, very like he like builds trucks. He buys
Mhm.
old boy town.
Mm.
Wow. So he didn't do it.
He knows the owner, but the owner,
You're going in and out, or is it
look,
just
they're giving you they're giving you a franchise. They're handing you the entire Northeast. If you have a problem being here, hire a guy to be here.
Right.
Hire a professional terminal manager who knows the.
Some people, you could give them gold on a plate in front of them and they don't know, that it's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, logistics is no joke. I've been doing over 15 years. I did it. Like
Okay.
now ever since I got sick, I'm not working right now.
Right. No,
So,
it's a
but
lucrative business,
it's
and
rough.
and the
And
truth is, everything you have, everything I have, everything everybody that's watching has in their home, it came by truck.
yeah,
I mean, they need the trucks out there.
yeah,
But it's
yeah.
just, some people don't want to work right now because, some companies just ain't paying, and like they get in trouble for anything wrong that happens. Trucks break down, you want to get home, and you're stuck on the side of the road. It's just a lot of headaches with it.
So let me
But
ask you
every
something. Are you
business,
hiring right now?
no,
Anybody listening? Okay.
no, but we will find who's looking for work. Oh, just
Okay.
in case somebody's looking for
Yeah,
work.
just in case and whatnot. If anybody's interested, has that knowledge, that experience, and
I'll tell you,
whatnot.
I'll tell
You
you
know.
what, if anybody's ever looking to opening up a business, that is one of the businesses of many that I've ventured. And that's a business that's guaranteed as long
Yes,
as you know what you're getting into.
I
It's
agree with you.
guaranteed to do well.
It's rough, but you're gonna make it. Believe that.
What was that, Boo? Yeah, you just need the good drivers. Without the good drivers, you got the best looking trucks. And the truth is, in the trucking business, you can have a brand new Peterbilt, shiny, gorgeous, with all the bells and whistles. And
But
I can have a old truck with over 1,000,000 miles,
mm-hmm.
but of course with the engine overhauled already. It don't
Right,
matter. You're gonna have issues. My point is, you're gonna have it was brand new or used. So if you can get a truck for $20,000 and you
right.
know about trucks and you know about engines, and especially if they just overhauled it, that's like having a brand new truck
Uh huh.
versus buying a truck for 300,000
Right.
because you want a brand new truck. First of all, you make your money, then you get your brand new truck. But
Right.
that is a great business just to get into. But You make more money if you're the driver
You know,
yourself.
I'm right in the heart of all the warehouses out here in
Yep.
Pennsylvania. Right in the heart.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta
So
learn that business, bro. You gotta
yeah,
go in it and you
it's
gotta
crazy.
drive that truck and you gotta see what it takes.
Yes,
It's
it's a
rough.
lot.
It's
It's a
rough.
lot. I tell you
You
one thing.
know,
When I
that's a
got into
company
that
doesn't
business,
take too kindly to excuses, right, Bobby?
not at
Hmm.
all, especially me. But when I got into that business, that was a business
Yo,
that was a
she's
blessing.
gangster, son.
We was talking with Pollo, and we were talking about the other day how blessings just appear out of nowhere and things just fall into your lap. That business fell on my lap. I actually went to go buy a truck many years ago, and I wanted to get into the orange business, like to transport oranges from South Florida to North Florida. Simple run up and down, the 95. So when we went to go buy this truck from this guy, he ended up having like a handmade car hauler that I think his dad made or something. Long story short, what did we leave with? Two trucks or
Wow.
three trucks? Boom. When we bought the first truck, we left with two or three. We ended up leaving with the refrigerated truck that I wanted for oranges and a car hauler that was handmade. It was an oldie but goodie. And those two trucks multiplied and the blessings kept coming from there. And I didn't
That's
even go
beautiful.
to get into the car
Yeah,
business. Yeah.
that's how it
Amen.
works.
So
Yeah.
sometimes when things are for you, they're for you. We wasn't even
That's what's
looking.
up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I never hold an orange, only from the grocery store to my house since then.
Did you
And
start the orange hauling thing?
no, the only time I ever hold an orange was in the supermarket to my house.
So what'd you do with that reefer box?
I kept that reefer for like a year and a half, and I ended up selling it maybe on the second year because it was sitting in the yard, just sitting there.
Yeah, I remember them reefer. I started off driving for Pathmark
Yeah, okay.
with
Yeah,
the
and it ended up
Teamsters.
being like a dud, but not a dud as far as the quality of it. We just never used it,
Mm.
but it was crazy. It was crazy.
Them things were a pain in the neck, man. When you haul that produce and stuff, when it gets to where it's going, they actually check with a thermometer to see the temperature of the fruit.
Oh
And
yeah, and
if
if
the
it's
driver
wrong, they,
hasn't,
they reject it.
yeah, the driver sometimes let it run out of fuel. They don't check the fuel before they leave the yard.
Right.
Salute, Tommy.
And
Salute, Rain.
bro, they reject the entire load, bro, because it's considered contaminated or tainted.
Yeah. And then like it's just crazy. But it is a great business. I was just telling Pollo, it's a great business. If anybody has, any plans in the future to open up
I
a
do.
business
I
that's
do.
promising,
I'm just waiting to get some type of funds. You know what I mean? If God blesses me with funds, I am
you will
serious.
be blessed. Get
Because
into crypto, you buy a whole truck, you buy a whole fleet.
I was looking at landscaping and that trucking. Like
That's a great
if you
business
have
too.
5 trucks, you know what I mean,
Landscaping is
$100,000,
good, but
you
it's not as needful as trucking, I don't think.
Well,
nah,
it's
trucking you
great
make
if you
more.
live in the south because you'll have work annually, but
Mhm.
up here in the north, you're gonna just do summertime, springtime, and then in the
Yeah, and
winter,
even then, like
maybe
if the
maybe
money's not right, right? I mean,
unless
if
you're in
it,
Pennsylvania or Jersey, there's no land to skate.
you look, no,
I
you
hear
know
there's a
what's funny?
lot of snow.
Over here, you know what I see? I
Snow
see a lot
blowing
more people
company,
doing
that's
their
right.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People are like the equipment is becoming so cheap, the lawnmowers and stuff, that people are just like they open up their garage and they have an entire setup right in the garage.
well, I
You know?
bet you if oil and gas keeps going up, people are going to make a lot more money in landscaping because otherwise it's not going to be feasible because they're not going to be able to run their machinery
True.
because these prices are going to get
And it
crazy.
affects electricity. The people don't realize that oil affects everything.
Yeah,
Gas, electricity, everything goes up
And
yeah,
I
at the
they
had
same
that
time.
planned out. I said I buy like maybe 4 acres and put 4 or 5 trucks in that puppy
yeah,
until you know what I mean until it builds. You know what I mean?
yes, that's a great business too. But
Get that
here
license, B.
Yeah,
it's more
yeah.
seasonal.
Get that
What's good,
license. Remember,
730?
you pay your
Yo,
bills
what's
for like
good,
6 months.
Papa?
You know,
This is
you
like
pay
a
your
weird
dues for
setup
six
for me.
months and you're
I'm sorry,
good.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Nah, what's up, Cypher?
Yo, what's
I
good,
just
Papi? I'm
seen you
just getting
popped
used
up.
to
There's
this
like a
the
delay.
layout.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm looking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, brother. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, family. I'm just getting used to the layout of this restream. I'm looking for the buttons to show my face for a second and shit. All right.
Yeah, I
All
didn't
Bottom,
know
right.
where the
bottom.
microphone was.
Yeah, we got our special guest Bobby here. She was telling us about crypto and whatnot. There's a lot
Oh,
of
no
people in
doubt,
the
no doubt.
chat,
I've been
Bobby,
listening.
that are saying that your
No
information is
doubt.
very informative and whatnot.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Any
yeah.
No doubt.
questions? I'd like to answer at least one before I go.
You got any
And
questions? 7:30.
No, I'm really good. I'm very versed in the financial situation just because of my job. But I really respect my lady's intellect and her verseness. And what I most respect about you, Bobby, is your outreach. It doesn't matter the level of intellect you have in the game. It's mountains above someone who didn't even inquire. So you made
thank you.
inquiries,
Yeah.
you got
Thank
some
you.
answers, and it shouldn't be a situation where you held to a standard of someone with certifications. You already put out that disclaimer. You're not a financial advisor. That doesn't mean your words don't have weight for someone who didn't do the research and
Right.
didn't do the legwork.
Thank you. I
I'm a
appreciate
little
that.
lit and retarded, so I'm gonna get offline from my face because I know
It's
I
okay.
know
I
I'm
can
looking
hear
crazy
you.
right now, guys. Like you don't
Cypher.
even know I'm looking crazy right now. So I want to respect my brother's platform, right?
Enjoy. Thank you so much.
But
All right,
Good,
I
brother.
want
buddy.
to
Good.
say my girl Bobby is speaking from a place of research, experience, and ups and
Sharing
downs
too.
of her experience,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
everyone who never tried something would love to talk to someone like that. They
Mm-hmm.
would love to talk to
Yeah.
someone who's been there,
Word
done
up.
that, even if they put their foot in the water and didn't dive in.
That is correct.
That's the equivalent of everyone could get value over what you're saying, my dear. That's all I really jumped on to say salute to everybody and to give that perspective from how I see how you coming through. You feel me?
That's
How I
what's up.
respect your message.
I
Facts.
appreciate you, brother, for stopping by as always, brother. Much love and
You
respect.
already
That's
know,
what's
You
up,
know
brother.
that,
You
Cypher,
brother.
already
man.
know,
God
boy.
Thank
bless you,
you. Have
brother.
a good evening. God bless.
God bless you, ladies. God bless you, my gentlemen. God bless the chat. You already know. I'll
All
catch you
right,
on the
brother.
other side. I'll be in the chat. You know how it
Stay
is.
safe,
I
Papa.
leave it up
Stay
to the
safe.
professionals right now.
All
All
right.
Well,
I'm
right,
out
guys,
brother.
too
that's a
then.
God bless.
professional. We're all
Then I'm
learning.
out
We're
too.
all
Then I'm
students.
out too.
Well, guys, I want to thank you, Pollo, for having me on the show tonight. And I hope you guys take some of this information and do your research. And
Yeah,
you all know
that's
where
what's
to
up.
catch me if you have
Thank
any
you so much.
questions. Thank you. Have a blessed evening. And I'll be tuning in. I don't know how
Most
long you'll be
definitely.
on. Make sure you feel better and take care. Are the babies okay?
Yeah, yeah, the baby's alright. It's just me. I'm the one that I feel like droopy and all that. I'm gonna
Was
be on
anybody
live
else in your
for a
house
good
sick
minute.
yet?
Yeah, I mean, everybody else got sick, but as far as symptoms, like
Oh, so
maybe a little
you're
runny
the first
nose
one
and
with
all that.
symptoms, or the last
No,
one
no,
with
no.
symptoms?
Like I'm the last one,
Oh, okay, good.
like
No, because
getting the
I was
symptoms.
just gonna tell you, well, if they don't have it, they will have it too in a day or
They
two.
they have it because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
baby came back positive with the hot sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, that's how it started here when my grandson came. Me and my husband just
yeah,
looked at each
man.
other like, well, guess what? We got it too in a day or two.
He had his little arm on my forehead, and I felt it burning. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh,
I just flew up from the bed, like, and he was burning in fever. I got
oh.
dressed, got him dressed, and bounced, and then the
Yeah, my
mother followed.
grandson got the croup with it too. It was like a really loud cough. It was scary.
Jesus, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
man. This hot
They
Wow.
sauce.
basically
This hot
said that
sauce.
if you're experiencing cold symptoms right now, you might as well just assume
Yeah.
that you have it because it's spreading that fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I hope you feel better. It was nice talking to everybody. You all have a good night.
Same here. Thank
All
you
right,
for the
you
light
too.
Thank
bulbs on
you.
the head.
All right,
Take
A
blessings.
lot
care.
of light
God
bulbs.
Thank
bless.
you. You're
Thank
welcome anytime.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. Good
No
night.
Okay.
doubt.
Good night.
Yeah, that was timely, man. That was a timely chat because this is
That's dope, right?
she yeah, one of the things that she's right about that I've been seeing for a while. A few years ago I had a little bit of money, and so I did a calculation what I would have made if I had put that portion of money into Bitcoin. And I was disgusted with the number that came back that I didn't do it.
And bro, now you got a chance with this what she's talking about. Big shout out to Bobby on that, man, for sure. You
Now
know what
the
I'm
now
saying?
the thing about it is that ever since then, and this has only happened like in the last year. My oldest son, has been telling me, Dad, you gotta get He says you got to get at least knowledge of cryptocurrency and how you can leverage that, for your retirement.
Right.
So, it's the type of thing where you start reading, but then it gets so complicated that you're like, oh, my brain hurts. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Nah,
But
she got my attention with that,
no,
to be
because
honest
she
with you.
breaks it. That's what she brings. Is she's able to bring it and break it down for us, los vecinos, the neighbors, the average folk. You know what I mean? And because you pick up one of these books or you download one of these PDFs, my man, and you're gonna need to download a dictionary too, because there's a lot of financial terminology. Like Cypher knows, there's a lot of financial words that you need to understand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. That stuff gets complex, and it's just like what she was saying, that now you got certain people that create these new coins supposedly, and then you invest your money in them, but they worth nothing. So that's kind of spooky, bro. If you're investing a lot of money in crap like that.
Everybody should at least look into it, because the
Yes.
one thing that stood out from what she said is inflation is not just coming, it is here. The Fed already raised the rates once.
Yeah.
There's a guy running right now for the position of chairman, and in the I was watching the hearings, and in the hearings they asked him, which was kind of a tough question
Right.
during a hearing, where he's like, it's basically like an interview, for to keep his job. And he admitted, he said, yeah, we believe we will be raising the rates again.
Sir Early,
He
blessings,
said
brother.
we're going to be raising. Salute to you, Sir Early.
Come up here, brother. He experienced something crazy, brother. If you can, come up here, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, bro. No, it's something that, man, I don't even know what I was saying. See,
You're talking about the crypto, that you got to be careful and how you invest the money.
you have to.
Do your research. You
When
was
it
basically talking
look,
about doing
the
research.
inflation. I was talking about inflation. The
Mm-hmm.
inflation is coming.
That we're here now.
The Federal Reserve controls the interest rates. The interest rates is what controls the real estate market, which is almost really like the only treasure that we as Americans have. Like the number one vehicle for generational wealth is owning property. To this day, as far as I know.
Right.
But now things are changing. Inflation can change everything, because as the dollar loses its value, what ends up happening is that so does your money. Your everything, your property value goes down because the dollar value is going down.
Mm.
So you're going to see wages increase, but everything costs more money. So you're really not moving ahead.
Right.
And you may even fall below, because as inflation keeps rising, the wages don't keep up ever. They don't ever keep up with inflation. So eventually everybody's struggling, where if you have a little bit of money into a place where it's not subject to inflation, that's the theory, right? Is to have
really
money outside of the system into cryptocurrency, where it's not affected by the national currency.
I'm starting to see that,
the
bro.
buying power, you know what I mean, of the national currency.
Who created this, bro? To be honest with you,
Tech brains, people who see a future.
Jesus.
People who see a future where people are going to live virtual reality lives, and
Right.
you can see it happening already with all these diseases. And listen, read the
Danny
Bible.
was
Things
saying
ain't going to
that's
get
the
better.
future.
Read the Bible. Yes, it is. Like, get used to it, folks.
Wow.
That's, read your Bibles. It's there. It's not a lie. It's there. Everything
bro,
that's happening. Everything that's happening.
We really living in high tech times.
We're living in scary times. We're living in a time where listen, we're living in a time where artificial intelligence is slowly going to take over human intelligence, and that is a dangerous time, my friend. But now we stepping on something else. You know, imagine a YouTube chat like this where everybody sees themselves in the room,
Mm.
because there's going to be a virtual world. It's coming.
That's gonna
It's
be
coming.
crazy, man.
And
Like,
if you think YouTube is addictive, wait until you can enter the room and hang out with people like with avatars and wear these suits where somebody smacks you in the back of the head, you're gonna feel that slap and turn around and see, like, yo, what's up, Pollo, bro? Don't be slapping me like that, man. What's wrong with you? They have virtual fights, virtual boxing matches.
yeah, virtual money, virtual everything. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Yeah,
big shout
man.
out to the chat, man, for real, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man.
It's a world. It's a crazy time, man. We're living in a crazy time. Cypher's ready.
He's
Cypher's like,
ready.
we just get
Let's
started.
go.
Let's go. He's down. Cypher's ready. He's like,
Nah,
we're
but big shout out
Lozano.
to Bob Bobby, man, for stopping by and giving
No
and
doubt.
dropping some jewels on that. And we'll definitely follow up with her. And I want everybody that's listening to me to follow up with her on her channel. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. Her link is in the chat. That way, you know what I'm saying, I could stay, you know what I mean, in tune with this, because it's
No
really
doubt.
interesting because look at crypto, right? It was what, at $1 at one time. I was 42,000.
Yeah, it's insane, man.
Yeah, that's
And it went, like
nutty.
she said, it had a lot of ups and downs throughout that
Right,
period of time.
for
But
the
look at where it's
process.
at. But look at what happens to the people who just held on.
Who controls that, bro?
The market. The market controls everything. Like what you buy. If I buy it, you buy it. The more people that buy it creates
Right.
demand, and it's a commodity. Bingo, bam, you're in business.
Danny says
From
that.
from masks to, I mean, you name it.
So Danny's saying that at one point it went out 60,000. Wow, a share.
Wow. So it's gone down about 20, in other words,
But
or average,
that's,
more or less. If it's because I think she said it was at 40 something now,
yeah, 42,000.
so it went down about 18. Yeah, and that's a lot
Wow,
for people who bought it at $1. Can you imagine how much they lost?
Jesus, man.
The people who bought it. But see, that's where you can't get caught up. If you're old, if you're in the profit, you're in the profit. As long as it keeps going up steadily, you should be good money. The
True
key is, like
blessing.
he said, knowing when to, you know.
Danny's saying that Bitcoin will go up to 100K or over. I believe it, bro. I really do. I really do, because I remember that spike. It was at 60, and then it dropped down. So yeah,
With
I do
inflation, it
believe that.
just might. With inflation, it just might. But so will a lot of other things too. That's what's captivating about what she says when you look at those, the ones that you can buy relatively low and own a lot of it, so that if it does go up exponentially like that, you didn't just make 30 or 40 grand. You're good. Like you're ready to cash it in.
That shit is nutty.
Imagine you bought 10,000 bitcoins when it was $1. How much would you have?
Oh my God! You imagine if you bought $1,000 worth.
It's like 42 million, 420 million, or something like that. Something along that lines.
Oh boy!
Or for $10,000 investment.
Jesus, that is nutty money, man. But
For the people
good
who had
money.
that money, who were able to just plunk it down.
This is where they say money chases money, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you would have had that money, you invested. The hell with it. If it happens, it happens, right? And then it happens, you'd be like, what? A lot of millionaires came out of that Bitcoin.
For real. For real, for real.
Nah, she definitely dropped strong knowledge, man. I recommend everybody to go follow her. And
the most important thing she said was do your research. Because you're the one pulling the trigger, you're the one making the investments, and she can, show you how to work it, but you're the one who has to,
pull up,
know your
True.
stuff.
Come up here, True. Anybody that want to pull up, everybody, pull up.
Salute.
Yeah, ¿qué pasa, True? Aquí estamos.
Dímelo,
True. Mete
Vamos
mano,
pa'l
truco,
mambo,
truco.
vamos pa'l mambo. Let's do
You hear
this.
me?
Just started, baby. We just
What up,
started.
Stife?
Yo, fam, how do you see the chat with this new StreamYard thing? How do you see the chat?
You
I
going?
see
You working through the phone?
telephone. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
leave it alone, man.
Word, right? Don't even fuck with that. I gotta
No.
get this off, right? You know what I mean? Cause this shit look like origami.
That's why I got my laptop open. I'm
Leave
talking
it
on the
alone.
phone, but I got my laptop open watching the chat.
Yeah, I got the video aspect down. And I see these buttons with like a comment and like multiple people on the top left. I'm like, God, come on, man. I ain't trying to do a tutorial. You feel
We
me?
just started, baby. We just
Yeah,
started.
man. You know what it is? I just love seeing, cats in the chat because I love showing love, and sometimes I like seeing some other things. You feel me? Like what's up? You just started. You
No
already
doubt.
know. Yo, super facts. Yo, God bless Pollo, you and your health. You already know, we
Man,
fam,
always
bro. You know
good,
that's
bro.
always a concern.
Always, baby. Always. What's
Yo,
You
going
that's
know?
the
on?
thing that nobody's talking about is taking care of your health, man. Like when
Yeah,
you're not
you know.
sick. You know what I mean? Like taking your vitamins and going for a walk.
It
Yeah,
really
Stupid
changes
stuff
your
like that.
perspective if you care about it because like for me, like for New Year's, I actually missed seeing my mom's because my results didn't come back in time. And it was just because of the volume of people that were taking it during those 2 days before New Year's was so overwhelming they couldn't even get you the results in time. These motherfuckers. So I was like, really? So I ended up waiting just as a precaution because you just got to, as my mom's is older.
Yeah.
Long story short, obviously the results came. Well, not obviously the results came back negative. I took it
for
as
the
a
hot
precaution.
sauce, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, for the hot sauce, but the problem was it was so saturated with people around the block waiting to get tested that you could only choose between the PCR and the rapid. You couldn't have both. If I would have got the
But that's
rapid,
because they don't have that many.
they're exactly, bro. That's what I'm telling you. The volume was ridiculous. It was around the block. I waited, no cap, 2.5 hours online.
I believe it.
I know that don't sound like a lot to some people, but
No, that's a hell of a lot. In the cold, especially.
that shit, man, bro, that fucked up my leg muscles. I was like, what the fuck? I thought I was a track
And in the
star.
cold too, and your mom has got symptoms.
My mom still got no symptoms and nothing like that, but it was New Year's. I was gonna spend the night over at my mom's house to spend time with the
Oh, I
family.
thought this was taking her to get. Oh, you was going to get tested. Oh, I thought.
Yeah, me before New Year's.
Anytime,
My bad. I got it twisted.
Yeah. A day before New Year's. I didn't even do New Year's Day. I did a day before, and it was around the block, and it was 2.5 hours. And then they said you can't get both. You got to pick one. So I took the more official one, the PCR, and then didn't get back to me till like January 2nd or 3rd. And I'm like, are you serious? Because I didn't go to see my mom's until I got the results. You feel me?
And basically, depending on your job, you can't even get out of work if you're not positive.
Not for nothing. That's why I brought up that story. Yo, bro, you psychic, fam. You psychic. I literally brought up that story because while I'm in the clinic, right, to get tested, there are people complaining that came in that took the test before me, like a day or so before me, and said, like, I need the results. Like, I'm going to work on Monday. Like, they won't let me go to work. This was like they won't let me go to work, and I took this a day ago. They're like, yes, sir. But
I'm telling you,
right
man,
now,
we're so far behind with this, bro.
Overwhelmed. Exactly. They were like, we're only reaching out to people who tested positive. And I'm like, yeah, so that sounds like I'm negative, but I need paper to say it. I can't take your word for it.
Yeah,
because the clinic
it was
urgent care in New York City.
Or not. You know what I mean? I seen the hot sauce.
Yeah, it was crazy because I saw these 2-3 gentlemen was like, I'm trying to go to work. I need a letter. I took the test. You said 2 days results. What the fuck? And I felt their pain because I was in line saying, "Oh, I hope my shit gets turned over quick." And nope, I was delayed as well. I even lied. I was like, "Yo, I need the results for my job. What the fuck? What's going on?" And they were like, "Oh, you'll get it by the end of today." A day and a half later, like it was crazy, bro. The timing of the testing. You know what?
And that's too long because people are walking around. You don't know if you have it or not. You're gonna
You
go
don't want to
to.
go
I
see your
mean,
family members. You know, I did a day and a half
right.
a day before. I thought that I would have went to New Year's right before midnight, but I didn't have the results after more than 24 hours. I was like, this is bullshit. What the
Yeah.
fuck? I did a
That
real
is
place. You know what happened, bros? I did a real place. It's called Urgent Care. Urgent Care is City
Okay.
MD.
Yeah, we got
City
that out
MD
here.
is all over New York, right? And motherfuckers who went through the tents, the tent pull-up spots that do random testing, got results faster than me. What the fuck?
Hmm.
I went to an established clinic, and my brother went to something outside of Upper East Side that was a pop-up tent. He got official results within 24 hours, bro.
Oh, but you know why that is? Because everything is randomly, right? Like in different spots, there's people that aren't showing up. Like at the post office, there's whole post offices that are closed down because everybody's positive. So in that situation, your stuff is gonna get picked up from a post office that's more far away, and now what you have is you got a backup.
I don't know, Papa. It was a
That's
clinic.
what's happening.
I thought I was getting
No.
results.
I'm just saying. That's why some places are fast. Some places are not.
Yeah, I went to
some places are fast. Some places
randomly.
are not.
It was
Big salute to the chat. God bless ya, man. Thank you so much, man. We got 13 people in the building. Salute.
God bless.
God bless.
I'm sorry if I'm talking about a boring topic. I was just saying my experience about the.
No. It's a good topic.
That's a good topic, homie.
Versus the tent, because the tent is much faster, guys. Is my experience. I've done the tent myself in the beginning, and I got it within 24, 48 hours. A tent.
Or maybe because the tent means it's CDC.
No, meaning it's a pop-up spot. They can give you both. It's run by various clinics, actually. You know what I mean? To be honest, they say around 42nd Street, hot spots. They have a lot of tents.
Because the federal government, they have been opening up tents, and so if you go to one of their spots, where I think you can even drive through at some of them, you don't even have to get out and stand, which is great now in the wintertime. At least some of them over here in New Jersey that are run by the CDC, you can just drive right through. You don't even have to get out of your car. You just open your window and the person comes up. They look like they wearing spacesuits. They'll come up and they'll do the test for you right there. They probably quicker. Like it depends where you go. But the biggest problem that you're bringing up is the fact that as this spreads, don't forget, it spreads to everybody. That means the people that's doing the testing, the nurses, the doctors, the porters that clean up.
Think about what you just said. The doctors giving the test. You literally got an hour and a half, 3 hours. I'm waiting online. Well, that guy inside there or lady has been seeing potential or not potential infected people for hours. Yeah. Like the whole place is infected. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, I was waiting online saying, what the fuck, is this not safer than me just going to see my mom's? Like, I don't know if I feel safe being 3 hours on this bitch. Like 3 hours on a line with potentially infected people. Like, what am I doing? Because you know what? Can I be honest? There was no social distancing. These motherfuckers were on a line. They were trying to get a cell phone.
I see it everywhere, bro. I see it everywhere.
We were on a COVID line, not respecting 6 feet, not at all. These motherfuckers were they were trying to get a new cell phone. They were right up on each other's asses.
We'd rather be sick. We'd rather be, as a population, we'd rather be sick in the hospital than to give up our rights. You know what was
funny, bro? Was the fights, bro. Oh yeah, this shit was like a Maury Povich. You are not the father. Like these niggas got animated when people were skipping. People didn't skip lines. What they did, they fucked up. They brought family members when there was one person ahead of you. Like just before they got I would say 20 minutes from the door.
Okay. Yeah, that's right,
they
Danny.
Brought four family members.
I'm trying to fix my.
Come on up here, Danny.
They brought like 4 family members.
That's a fact.
Y'all keep holding down.
And then someone behind her was like, "What the fuck? You got like 5 people ahead of me now? Hell no, that's not right." He was with his son, and I felt his argument because we all been waiting like hours, slowly like snails, and then a couple of people brought like 4 or 5 people with them, like at the last minute. And you know what happened was when the woman, it would have been okay But when the woman started coming out and saying you could only choose between the PCR and the rapid because of limited supply, that's when people started getting angry at the
mano, they don't have it. They don't have what it takes.
Who added people
telling you, they don't have. You know why? Because, dude, you know why we don't have enough what do you call it, K95 masks, so they could sell them for more money. It's simple.
I don't know what's going on. My bad. I don't know. Dude, that must be a comment in the comments.
Who's that? What I just said?
Yeah.
No, I'm responding. I'm responding to what you're saying. That everything is like everything is everything. The schools are not shutting down. Okay, and really, in my opinion, people can, if you can do school at home through your computer, they should be. You know, I get that a lot of parents have to work and all of that. I get all that, but if you can do, if your child, like let's say he's like a high schooler, and he could be home right now, then he should be home right now. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, because that's going to cut down on the spread.
You got to cut down on the spread, but I hope that everybody understands this is not a forced vacation. Like if you're going to adopt kids' mentality of being home versus going to school, you got to educate
you got
them
it wrong,
when they're
though.
home.
You got to educate them when they're home. Most kids want. No, that's true. They got to go to school. But
no.
Most kids rather be.
To school. I'm
no. Listen to what I'm saying.
The mentality of remote working, of remote schooling. Parents
have listen to what I'm saying
and teach their children. Go ahead.
Most kids, they don't even want to stay home. They want to go to school. Most kids.
Yeah, I don't
because
even care
that's
about
when
that.
They hang. That's when they. That's when. No. What I'm saying is that keeping them at home is a problem. Like we get that because they get depressed. They're away from their friends. You understand? And they feel it. After a while, they feel it. Believe me. I know because I have a daughter who had to like graduate. Her prom was through the lockdown, bro. You know how depressed she was. She had a dress. I mean, we had all these. You know, she had all these plans, and she had to do the lockdown. You know, and do her prom that way. So it was tough for her. You feel me? Like she don't have that memory of that everybody else gets when they do that. Whoever worked hard enough to get it, not me, because I'm a dropout. We're not talking about me. Most of these kids want to be in school, but there's a time when it's probably better to play it safe, like for a month or two, like just to like make sure that teachers can teach. Kids are not getting sick, because apparently this one is affecting more kids than adults, surprisingly. I mean, if you look at the numbers.
So are you then advocating?
I'm advocating for temporary
returning to the office. Returning to the schools, like maybe
the schools and even
remote schooling
and remote working in buildings that are not filtered, that don't have their air filtered from outside.
I agree.
Because there's a lot of buildings, like old buildings in the city. In fact, I used to work at a limo company as a dispatcher, where the entire air system was an indoor exchange. And when you have an indoor exchange of air, it goes through a filter, but everybody's sharing the same oxygen. So it spreads more in those types of buildings. Like, we got to look at a lot of different things now. You know what I mean?
I mean, bro, I'm right with you.
If this ain't gonna go away.
That was my perspective. Is I don't like the rush to going back to schools and going when they don't have the MTA in order, when it's at the whole all-time high of violent crimes on the MTA.
What's up, Bobby?
Nasty acts on the how you doing, my love, Bobby? You know, all these violent acts. But at the same time, I feel if we're going to advocate for kids staying at home, we as adults who have kids, not me, because I don't have no kids, I'm being 100, have to take an active role in their education now.
Definitely.
Because guys, one of the biggest thing is the complaint that there's been this big gap of education. Like the parents are not equipped to teach the kids. They've noticed that.
The kids slack. The kids slack.
Yeah. And sometimes now the parents need to step up, meaning whether the government says they go to school or not, we have to have a hybrid learning environment in the households. I don't want to talk on this because I'm not a parent, but what do you guys think who are parents? Don't you think that because we can't depend on, we could always be in learning or remote. We can't nowadays, right? Depending on the variant. So
Depending on the situation.
would you agree that the parents need to take a stronger role in the education of the child now? We
Well, we
almost need to
should
be
already be
homeschoolers.
more involved in that too. You know, that's an
That's a
area where.
blessing, right? That's the ideal, but that's not the norm, homie.
So
Because you know
that's
what?
no, you're right.
We send the kids to school. We only
Like
help
a
them at homework
babysitter,
time,
yeah.
right?
We
Yeah, homework time,
unfortunately
right? But now we got
socioeconomics.
them all day. Facts. Like you might like all those kids who do remote learning. Are the parents watching the laptop with the kids?
Let's ask what Bobby thinks, because
What do you think, my love? I mean, Bobby, what's your experience
as a
about that
parent,
topic?
I don't know. I don't know, but I know my nieces stood over my house and in the beginning of the remote learning, and she was like 8 years old and she's laying on my couch sleeping, and she had to go to school, and she herself turned her laptop towards the wall, and she was like acting like she was in class. She wasn't even paying attention. She went to sleep. So no, the kids ain't even paying attention if their parents aren't watching them.
I saw some of that.
Yeah, it happens, but it's hard for the parents too.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister,
Yeah.
my sister's
They're not
a
used to
teacher.
it. They're not
My
used to
sister's a
it,
teacher,
rightfully
and
so.
she was saying that the parents don't even want to be home with their kids. So it's sad because they'll send them to school sick, and they're not learning. The kids ain't learning. With or without the hot sauce, the kids aren't learning. Our school system is an embarrassment. That's my thought.
You're right. Absolutely. I agree.
And then they're teaching the children whatever.
Our school system has kind of become like our prison system in that no one is really paying attention to the betterment of anyone who happens to be there.
Yes, you're right. You are correct. And I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just came back because I played back after I left. And I believe it was Hirado you mentioned about the virtual reality that's going to be real. It's already here.
Yeah, the metaverse, right?
The metaverse.
That's
is
crazy.
Here. You have different.
Break that down. Break that down for us, sister.
Okay, the metaverse is a world. It's a virtual world. You have different towns, different places. A lot of people are going to copycat it, but the first one is called the metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg, that's his name. Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook. I'll say allegedly. I don't want nobody getting in trouble for the content because we're not as powerful as those people. He wanted to own it himself, like he owns Facebook. And it's too big of a project. There's too much money involved for one man to own. So basically they had to break it up. And if you buy into the metaverse crypto, or if you buy virtual reality, or if you decide to open up a store in the metaverse, you own part of the metaverse. I own part of the metaverse because I'm already in. I bought real estate. I don't want to visit the place. I don't want to go hanging out there. That's not for me. It's just very, very weird. But you have gamers.
You've never even been curious?
It gets crazy.
Actually, I'm gonna figure out how to do it. A link where you can actually go where you can go and see people's experience in the metaverse. It's still developing. It's people are already in it, and
you got something we can share? You can share stuff here.
Oh, okay. I'll figure that out once I'm done talking because I can't.
Yo, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you, bro.
Can you hear me?
But I'll figure it out.
I'm gonna jump in the chat because I love listening to my lady, and I want to make sure I check out the chat because I haven't seen them in like a half hour. So God bless you guys. I'm being in the chat. Yo, Hibaro, you're my family. Pollo,
man. Yeah,
Bobby, gorgeous. Thank you so much for your content and your contributions to these panels.
You're very
welcome. My love, I
welcome.
really do appreciate it, and I'll definitely be in the chat listening. God
Thank
bless
you.
you guys. I'm
go.
just gonna jump off and
God bless.
let my lady do her thing. You ready?
God
Thank
bless
you, brother.
Thanks.
Salute, guys.
Salute.
Salute. I'll be in the chat. 100.
He's going in the metaverse.
That's what's up. Yeah, it kind of is, right? Like the chat is like the YouTube version of it.
So I'm gonna figure out how to drop the link, but you guys can even Google on YouTube the metaverse, and you'll see some stuff with Mark Zuckerberg, and they take you in the metaverse just to experience what's going on, hanging out, going to the clubs, going bowling.
How good are the graphics?
They're not great yet, but they're gonna be they're just gonna be like crazy.
That's crazy.
And you get night. You can choose night vision, day vision. You set the time, the place.
Wow.
You literally like.
This has to be quantum computing that's running all this stuff, right?
It's all the crypto, all these programs that are running it. So, like for example, the metaverse.
That's insane.
There's a place called, let's call it a world. It's called the Central Land. There's a place called Upland. There's a place called the Sandbox. You can literally go and buy the Sandbox crypto, which is part of the program that's going to run that part of the metaverse. So those are, I know Pollo was on the show the other night. I got into the Central Land. Their crypto is called MANA, and but I'm sure they don't say it with that accent. But those were 80 cents. Now they're low right now because the market was kind of like low this week, but they went up to almost $5. They were 80 cents when I got in.
Mana,
the Central Land. Sandbox went up to like, I think almost
That's
$7.
an interesting name.
Yeah.
That's a biblical term. You know that, right?
Really? That's scary.
Nana?
With the metaverse.
Michael, right?
Mm.
Michael Alpha, Nancy Alpha, something like that.
Okay.
Manna. That's actually a word in the Hebrew meaning food.
Yeah, well, what's scary is that this is nothing of God. I know that. We all know that. But,
Yeah. No, you're right.
But like, for example, I believe her name is Izzy, Payne's wife. She was like, I ain't doing none of that crazy New World Order stuff. And I was like, listen, that's your opinion. That's fine. I'm not trying to make anybody do anything. But you got to get with the program because you're going to be sitting behind while everybody's way ahead. But if you're comfortable, where you are and you don't need to do this and you're not interested, that's fine.
Blessings,
I'm not like choking people saying, get in here. But why not get the information while it's early?
Right.
And the metaverse is real. You can buy real estate. You can buy a store. Right now, I have property in Upland, and I'm actually building a building on my property. So I have a deed to the property. I'm a virtual real estate owner. Now I'm building my first construction, and the building I'm building is in Brooklyn, and I'm actually the first person in Brooklyn to put up a building in the metaverse.
Oh, snap.
So
that's crazy.
It's
man.
crazy.
That is crazy.
I was telling you earlier, the guy who tried to get me into crypto, today I was teaching him. That was one of the things I was teaching him. And he was like, oh my God, you know so much. But I've been breathing, studying. Even when I'm eating, I'm trying to learn more about crypto. After I got off the live with you guys, my husband was watching something about all the crypto influencers that are like multimillionaires. Some of them are worth 20 million. Some of them are worth a billion already, believe it or not. And they're all young guys, under 30. A lot of them are scammers, but they're on YouTube and they got their audience. And they said he gets, one of the guys get $30,000 just to do like a mention of a coin. And like, if I have an audience and a platform of 1 million viewers a day, and I did a video earlier about Kim Kardashian, but if I said, and you guys believe in me because you're already making money and you've been following me, I say, hey guys, buy that Kim Kardashian coin, and you buy it, and then it gets rug pulled and you lose your money, you're gonna be like, damn, Bobby, you did me dirty. But if they paid me as an influencer to mention it, and I was a dirty influencer, I would do it, Right. But I don't want to be that person. That's what's gonna separate me from the rest of the crypto space on YouTube, because I'm just telling you my truth, my experiences, my knowledge.
And you encourage people to do our own homework.
Yes. And I'm not going to tell you, like, you can ask me what my favorite coins are. I'll tell you what I got, what I'm holding. I won't tell you how much. And nobody asks you how much you got in the bank. So don't ask me how much crypto I have. Keep that personal, because eventually one day, just like I said, this one kid's a billionaire. The other one is worth 20-something million. I mean, there's going to be a way to say, hey, let's go get them, even though it's virtual. Send that to my wallet,
Yeah,
no you got to keep your, finances.
Somebody's asking a question. God's Child 333. What does she think of the metaverse?
Oh, you probably missed it. You got to reiterate for him.
The metaverse, as far as going in and hanging out.
Blessings, God's Child.
It's not for me. It's a great question, and I thank you for asking that. I just went over. It is it's going to be a real big thing. It's going to be a big thing. It's I try to explain to people that don't know crypto. I watched two news clips just about a week ago when the internet was first introduced to us. And the news broadcaster said, "What do you mean? I can go." I think it was AOL chat or something like that, or Microsoft had like a chat room before MySpace. And the news anchors go, "Oh no, I seen somebody do that. My friend has a computer." Like, "Oh, your friend has a computer?" You know, when we didn't have computers, and they were like, "Yeah, you can actually talk to people. Like, you can be in New York and your friend could be in Russia, or you can have a friend in China." You know, I don't know about China because they're real strict with that. But just as an example, you
Right.
can. And the news broadcasters were like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." But I don't think everybody's going to use it. Where are we today? We're here on the internet.
Yes. Yep.
Hmm.
We
What's going
That's
to
become
be
the
hard?
creepy.
Jetsons. We become the Jetsons. I was
Yeah,
Yeah,
telling
because
something like that.
in the
Like
metaverse, you can actually link yourself to
Jesus.
locations. What was it that you said? I missed it. Oh no, they're not done yet. So I'm making some food right now. My husband's like, "Where is it?" Um, so with that said, we're all on the
get
internet.
that
We're all
grub.
here together, and we all are cyborgs, whether you believe it or not.
Yep. Absolutely. We're all attached to a phone.
You're attached to a
And
phone.
it's
You're attached to
called
your computer.
Android.
There you go.
They put the name right there in your face, Android.
Yes. So
You have
anyway,
to interface with an Android.
yes. So I just wanted to cover that part when you were talking about, oh, so we're gonna smack somebody in the head and they're gonna feel it. Believe that it's true. It's here. Whether you
Yeah.
participate inside the metaverse, that's up to you. But if you don't want to go
That may
there,
be the future of that may be the future of finance also. I mean, for
well,
all
it
we know.
is actually the
That's what it
Because
seems like
it looks like it's
eventually.
going to be married to
Yeah.
transhumanism, obviously, because what's going to
Nuts.
happen is eventually
you're
people are going to be
100%
walking
correct. The
around.
craziest thing is you're gonna probably have to go to the DMV in the metaverse. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Okay, you're probably gonna have to go to the DMV in the metaverse to renew your license.
What?
Wow, yeah,
I mean,
no,
I'm
that's
just guessing.
crazy.
These are
It's
things that are
like the
gonna be done.
Matrix
Nike opened
inside
up
the
stores.
Matrix.
We lost her.
Did we?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't
I
hear
think
her.
yeah, I think her the headset died. Uh, Actually, it looks like wired. Maybe she hit the mute button.
Maybe.
We
Can't
can't
hear her.
hear you. Can you hear us? Somebody type it in the chat.
Nah, I'm alerting her. We got True in the building.
Through.
Yo, what's up, people?
What's good,
Vaya,
True?
vaya.
¿Qué
¿Cómo
pasa,
está mi
brother?
gente?
No, estoy celoso porque como Jíbaro nunca sube a mi plataforma, ¿entiendes?
Este no tiene pelo en la lengua, brother.
Papi, nosotros somos boricuas.
That's why I
Me
love your ass,
disculpas,
bro.
ay,
That's why I watch your ass, bro. You
me
remind me of the island,
disculpas,
bro.
ay, pero que you know how we do. What's up,
You a real
Pollo?
boricua.
What's good, brother? Everything good?
Yo, I just hit something here by mistake.
We lost
Hey,
Bobby.
True, how old were you
back.
when you came to the US?
I was 3.
Wow, bro, I was actually less than a year. I wasn't even a year old.
My little brother was 8. Let him rest in peace.
Rest
8
in
months.
peace.
Diablo, bro.
But I
That's
came when
crazy,
I first
right?
came. I was actually months, and then we went. My mom said we went back to Puerto Rico. Then we came back. It was to get away from my father, and that's how we made our life over. But I never lost contact on La Perla because I was the first grandson born. So
Right.
my grandmother was sent for me every summer and every Christmas.
You go back and forth, yeah.
Yeah,
I used to go every summer, bro. I even went to school out there when I got in trouble over here.
And ¿qué te iba a decir? Like in the late 70s, was it 78, 79, something like that. I went back. I went to school. Porque ya me estaba dañando. Ya me estaba dañando.
Yo, that's like the Boricua thing. Whoa, go to Puerto Rico.
Estaba dañando y fue para La Perla. Me pusieron a vivir con mi tía en Levittown, que viene siendo al lado de Cataño, Toa Baja. Es parte de Toa Baja. Yeah, and I went to school over there. I went to La Maria Libertad Gomez, so that's how I know how to talk. But I knew how to talk it regardless because, my mom always said, español en la casa, inglés tú lo vas a aprender en la escuela.
Bro, that's where I screwed up with my kids, bro.
My son don't talk Spanish next to him, but he won't talk
Now,
it. He won't talk it, but
yeah,
don't
they
talk it, but he
understand. Yeah, they
understands.
understand, but they won't respond in Spanish.
Yeah, and después I came back, and then we moved. I mean, the whole family moved back in the 80s. Entonces, fue cuando caí preso allá. Salí de preso en el 87. Me vine corriendo para Nueva York. I threw a brick. No duré nada en la calle. Fui preso. Le hice 2 años en Rikers Island, 2 bullets running wild. Came home in 90. Ever since that's it. I haven't looked back.
That's right.
That's what's up.
No, I haven't
Thanks
looked
God,
back.
man.
Con una vez cuenta.
So Joy, I got a question, bro.
Dímelo.
Bobby was saying something about buying a building and these virtual thing. This is virtual, correct?
Listen, I've seen this. I have seen this coming since online virtual gaming started.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a game called EverQuest?
Yeah.
I
Wow.
played that game for 10 years straight, brother.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I made money playing that game.
It was the same thing as Sims. Sims came after, right? Sims came after that.
Which one?
Sims.
Sin?
Oh, The Sims.
Yeah.
You could
No,
buy
no,
that.
but check this out. Check this out. This was like a game where you could play like a role, right? Like a warrior, a wizard, whatever, right? And then in the game you make money. There's game money, right?
Right.
And you also win, like when you kill creatures, you get their treasures. So sometimes you win special weapons and stuff.
Right.
Bro, I used to sell those things on eBay.
Well, I used to do the same thing with Elder Scrolls.
There you go. So you know what I'm talking about.
So I used to sell the gold.
Me too.
I used to sell the gold
now they
from
have
Elder
tokens.
Scrolls.
I'm thinking about going back because now they have tokens that buy you 1 month subscription, and that means each token is $15.
Let me tell you, I made over $30,000 on Elder Scrolls.
Don't say it too loud.
Not too late now. It's not too late now.
You're gonna have to go back and edit that.
I'm gonna tell you something. I finished paying my child support with Elder
I
Scrolls.
believe you. I made a little bit.
I made new tires, taking my wife out to eat every fucking Friday.
Yeah,
Elder Scrolls. Mira, yo vendía 1 million of gold of Elder
Danny Devine is on it too. He knows.
Yo, check it out. I used to sell 1 million of gold for you. Right? 1 million of gold.
Yo, by the way, shout out to you guys, child, man. I respect that, man. I respect your convictions, brother.
Yo, at that time, I used to sell 1 million of gold. I think I used to get $175, and I used to make sometimes up to 5 million a week. So I started selling it on eBay.
Right?
Yeah. But once you will buy from me one time, I will add you. Let's add each other as friends. Blah blah blah. Remember, eBay te quita. All right, for 150, it's $10, 10% for every 100. So 150, ya son 15 pesos, and that's not counting. That's not counting what PayPal takes and all that. Bro, and then, bro, yo tenía amigos y que me hice amigos, and there was this one lady, man. There was this one lady. I forgot. I still got her as a friend on the Xbox. One lady, bro, ella me compraba 2 millones semanal. Ya ahí son, when I bring it down on her to 150, ya son 300. I remember one time in a week, she bought 3 million. That's $450.
Yeah, bro.
Tax free, son.
Yeah, bro. And for something that doesn't even exist, it's not even there.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
It's a toy in a video game. It's a toy in a video game.
So what people
Right.
supposed to do when they with this whatever the hell you call it, this virtual crap? So you
Well, this is gonna
basically
be like you're living in it. It's
that's what
gonna
I'm
be like
saying.
you're
You
gonna
put
live
like
in
a
it.
headset on or some
Yeah,
crap like
you're
that.
gonna make
You're
your
gonna
body
have the
however you want to
Oculus.
look. You're gonna make your
Yeah.
body however you want to look. And what I mentioned about transhumanism is because the what do you call that? They're gonna merge these technologies with with humanity. In other words, the ultimate aim eventually is to have a cell phone in your brain to access the internet with your brain. That's where everything is headed.
Wow.
Yes, it's
Pollo,
for
that's
everyone
mind
to
blowing.
be. Yeah, yeah, and
That
that
is
really,
mind
to me,
blowing.
that will
It is,
be
bro.
that's the end of the world right there. Boom.
I never heard of this before. That
Look it up. It's called
Yeah.
transhumanism. Look it
yeah.
up.
What
It's a
movie was
thing.
that?
Elon Musk is one of the pioneers.
Fucking Pollo said what movie?
Yeah, there's a movie, bro.
No, because they making movies about this stuff. True.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
They made
yeah,
it
yeah.
with this dude. Remember that they would put the headsets on and they will make like make fake love to each other and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what
That
else
was
is
I forgot
coming?
what movie was that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about, right?
Well, you know what's funny? That this guy, what's the old comedian? Woody Allen. He made a movie where they used the machine. And remember, oh man, what was the name of that movie? That Woody Allen movie. Oh man, I'm dating myself, but that's all right. They were like him and the chick. They held the machine, and they were like, he was like trying to touch her, but she was like, no, just sit over there. And they held the machine, and somehow in their imagination, they had intercourse.
right.
And they had a climax and everything. But it was funny to watch because they're like sitting there, and it's funny, real funny, bro.
But
That's what you were just reminding me of when you said that.
wow, but people are buying what?
Imagínate, you're gonna have a souk donde tú metes la salchicha,
Oh,
and right there, see, if you pick a chick in the metaverse, you can
right.
make meta babies.
So let me ask you
Yeah,
something. So
yeah.
let's say you create a
Yeah,
building,
okay.
right? You construct a building in this metaverse, right? And whatnot. So you rent that to people and they pay you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you could buy a house next to a Michael Jordan. All these guys, people are buying, bro.
Yo,
You
and
can live
another
next to
thing,
Michael Jordan if you got the cash.
if you do a nightclub, you charge for drinks, you charge to get in, and it's like a real
Yeah,
reality
bro.
Like
thing.
a real world.
Yeah, bro. And people will like all be in there like chilling, and they make him believe that they are those avatars. That's who they are.
That's
So,
crazy, bro.
so a fat guy, if like me, I'm a little overweight. Chacha, I could go in there. I could make myself a Adonis, a Macho Man Randy Savage body, and walk into the metaverse.
Yeah.
And probably there'll be another fair across the street. She'll be looking like real hot to me. She'll be
Bro,
looking
you
all
can fucking do the chorizo as long as
Yo.
como de largo
Yo,
lo
dude,
But what
quieras.
about
it's scary, bro.
what about when the metaverse turns hood? You ever
No,
thought
it's
about
like this.
that?
There's gonna be. What you think? There ain't gonna be no G's in the metaverse.
Yo.
Everybody's gonna be scammed. It's gonna be. I mean, from the looks of it,
Right?
There's
it's
gonna
very
be cheese,
sickening,
there's gonna
Daddy.
be everything in there,
Very
bro.
sickening. When you think about it, it's extremely sickening. The whole transhumanism thing. I don't know about that other thing, the other.
So in other words, you
No,
gotta
but as far as the mark of the beast, let me just touch on this. My personal
wow.
conviction, right, is that it's not going to be anything like that. The mark of the beast comes with a denial of Christ, as far as my understanding goes for the mark of the beast. So you have to basically turn your back on Christ and receive the mark of the beast. So they can't really like just put it in a vaccine or like put it in the metaverse, in my personal opinion. Again, in my personal conviction, as I understand the scriptures, that's how it goes down. So I mean, there's going to come a time when religion is going to be, when faith is going to be abolished, but the main faith will be turning your back on Christ. Like you have to deny Christ and worship whatever they tell you. There will be a universal church, so to speak. Now we got the WHO and the UN and NATO. Well, the Book of Revelation says there's coming a time when there's going to be just one world government that's going to run everything. And if you look at what's happening, that seems to be the way it's going.
This
You
is some
know,
spooky crap, bro. At the end of the day, you buying stuff, imaginary stuff, to it for you to it rent space in your brain, and you thinking like it's real life. That is nuts, bro. And then you paying for this. It's not free.
like a thief in the night, that's coming. You're both right. Amen to both of you. Wow, that was like scripture right there. Blum blum. Like a thief in the night, that's coming.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Wow.
That's a fact. It's a good thing that some of us, took a couple of things back in the day, so we know how thieves operate.
So we already
We
up
know
in
how
the
thieves
line.
operate, so we on the alert out here, like, oye, ¿qué está
That's-
pasando aquí?
it's interesting though, and to be honest,
The Bible ain't never been wrong,
people
boy.
are there's gonna be a lot of millions behind all this, bro.
Yo,
Oh,
do
yeah,
you know that every
definitely. When I
prophecy,
go in there, I'm gonna be like, yo, where I get the yayo at?
Yo,
mira, bro, yo, I'm gonna tell you something. You do not want to be in there because when that transhumanism takes place, you lose your humanity.
what you
Oh,
mean? That
like
shit is injected in
you
you, bro.
lose your yeah. If think about this, if you enter a network, then you are a hive mind. You're not controlling your own will. You're kind of being manipulated by this network, just like you're being manipulated. If you start talking about lifting weights, I bet you're gonna start getting emails about machines, equipment, gym memberships, all types of stuff. We are already, like she said, we already in the metaverse.
Yeah, when you
It's already,
Google
this is
shit.
the beginning. Yeah, no, even speaking, every microphone that you're on is collecting everything you're saying, and it's
Yeah,
turning that into advertisements to send you to put on your pop-ups. Like all our pop-ups are
exactly.
different.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
It's bugged out. Like that
That
hasn't that happened to you, that you're talking about something and then next thing you know, you look at Facebook and it's there like an ad, like, oh snap, I was just talking about this.
bro, this is nutty stuff. I would never imagine this existed
It's
until today.
already what do you call it, the act that they passed
This is new to me,
after
bro.
9/11, when they
Right.
when that guy from that whistleblower guy,
Yeah.
what he
Guy's
what
name.
Snowden.
Yeah,
yeah,
Snowden.
what
Snowden.
Snowden said, he broke it down. He said, look, as of right now, everything you say, make believe they heard you. Make believe they heard you. You could be
They
in your
could hear
house.
you.
He said, yeah, if you have a smart device, if you have a smart TV, if you have a computer, everything is being heard because everything's voice activated. And even unless you know how to disable it, and even then, there are applications. One of the things is we never read, right? The thing that tells you I agree when you want to download an app.
Right.
But if you read it, you're giving every app permission to access your microphone, your camera, everything, your contacts, all of your email addresses, everything. That app collects it. So now the government don't need to come to you; they go to the app. When they want to know something, they go to the people that run the apps, and they just tell them, "Hey, you know what? We haven't given you guys any trouble, but we need the information on this email. What you got?" And all your searches, everything, it's all gonna come up.
Everything. Just like when your computer hard drive and everything, where everything is in there.
You can't
That's the
erase
first
nothing.
thing they grab.
You can delete all your videos. They got them already. If they're up there somewhere, they got them.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna break out, man. I just wanted to come up here and say what's up. Ya tardecito.
Thank you, bro.
Sure,
I
brother.
promise.
Thank you for
I
coming
promise.
up,
I'll
brother.
jump up there,
Appreciate
bro.
you.
I'll jump up there with you on one of these shows soon, bro. I gotta be in the right frame of mind, bro.
No problem, Bobby. God bless.
Well, you actually had to call me in advance and talk me into it.
All right. I'm just fucking with you. Damn, son. Así es, pollo. Porque
Yo
hay
estoy
que hacer appointment y todo
prófugo.
con este tipo.
Uy, prófugo.
Yeah,
Anyway,
big
bro.
shout out to Bobby, man, for that great, you know what I'm saying, them great jewels that she dropped.
Yeah, no
All right.
doubt,
More with
man.
this, you know what I'm saying?
All right, guys, man. I'll
But
check
thank
you
you,
guys
True.
out. God bless
Blessings,
you.
Good
brother.
talking to you, True.
God bless.
All
Good
right.
talking to you, Papa. Cuídate. Yo, Bobby's on her stuff, man. She knows.
Yeah, she has technical issues. She says. I guess she went to bed. Let me see. Oh, she's saying
She
something.
knows a lot of stuff, bro.
Yeah, I see that. She says
Gotta have faith. That's a fact. That's a
Mark
fact, guys.
Zuckerberg owns Meta, used to be known as Facebook, but he don't and can't ever own the entire metaverse. He is an investor just like I am, except he owns way, way more.
Right.
So I mean,
God bless you, Bobby.
Bobby's gonna rent us, give us apartments in them joints.
I know if she opens up a club in Brooklyn, I know we probably
We
get a
in
discount.
there. We in there.
Yo, but it's crazy, bro. It's actually
Yeah.
gonna be like a make-believe world that eventually, because eventually machines are gonna take over all the labor that we have to do, that's gonna become the new where people are gonna gravitate to. Like we're doing right now. I mean, we're doing it right now. We have nothing to do at home. Our things are done, hopefully, right? Everybody's being responsible, doing what they got to do. You got a little downtime, boom, you jump on YouTube. Well, imagine if you can jump into a YouTube chat where instead of 10 people in the chat room, you got 10 actual people walking around in a room with the little name tags on top. You know, like
That's
actually,
crazy. Wearing that's crazy.
Wearing virtual suits. You know, walking virtually, running
Whichever way
virtually.
you want.
You know, if you want to learn how to break dance, if you gotta break dance against Mario on a live, then you just download the breakdance app. You know, and brrr, like the Matrix, you learn right away how to break dance, and then you come out like, "What's up, Mario? I got smoke with you, bro. What's up? Bring it out on the cardboard box." Get the linoleum. Let's go.
Shout out to her for that, man. Great knowledge. Yeah, you welcome anytime you want to come to the channel and drop jewels. Definitely, man. Salute.
Absolutely. God is the creator and sustainer and
I'm
the
building.
ultimate destroyer.
She says she's building. It takes 280 days to complete.
That's crazy. Look at that. So they actually like control the progress of the building so that it's not like just poof overnight.
So it's basically a whole year just about.
Right. But now what that does is, I mean, if you think about it, people go to Brooklyn, they see one person is growing, they're going to build next to her. So that helps her real estate, you know, because they're going to be like, oh, there's one person that bought there. Let me put another little house. And then that starts another countdown, which is more advertising, because that's how you populate neighborhoods, you know. It's like, it's crazy, B. They putting everything that has worked for capitalism out here in the real, you know, like in the real physical world, or at least what we perceive it to be, because we're gonna keep it a stack with physics. We don't know if we already in the matrix. That's the reality of it.
But that's interesting, man. I wish you could come back and explain to us. You know, like next time when you can, or later on if we still on.
It's deep,
Bobby, because that's some interesting
it's
stuff.
a deep topic, but at the same time, what God's child is saying, and what oh man, what was the other brother? Man, Danny was saying,
right?
That it's not something that you want. Like I could see putting money into that, like to make money,
right?
But I couldn't see, like knowing myself, I couldn't see myself like starting to follow a metaverse life.
Yeah, that's weird. So how does that work, man? You got to stay in your home and
imagine something where you start off playing a make-believe game that slowly becomes real to you.
That's nuts.
Where your ego is stroked. I mean, think about it. You can create the perfect character.
Bro, that happened to me when Grand Theft Auto first came out, bro. I was trying to pull people out the car.
Look, dude, I you know, like I said, I played these online games. I know how devious they can be when it comes to controlling your brain. At the same time, it's better than just watching something, because passive entertainment is the worst type of entertainment. You know, where you just kind of sit back and you're a spectator.
But
At least that's what the geniuses say.
So let me ask you something. So they building hospitals and all types of stuff in these places, huh?
Eventually, yeah. Eventually, there's going to be
Oh
all
my
types of
God.
stuff. Well, imagine, and then as the graphics improve,
Right.
so will the virtual reality of it. The processors get faster. I mean, eventually, you may have holograms. You may enter a room and be in a whole virtual reality. Like remember Star Trek? How you could go into a room and you would be into like another planet, and it's just a training program,
Right.
like that. Like imagine that.
Like the X-Men and shit. And
Yeah, the whole holographic thing where the computer is, instead of being a screen, it's like opening up windows in front of you, three-dimensional, like Iron Man. When Iron Man uses his computers, he just pops it up in the air.
You know, a lot of people don't agree with this. A lot of people say that that's
Yeah,
the sign of the beast.
I agree. Well, I won't go that far, but it isn't good. It's definitely of darkness, bro. It's evil. It's not leading to anything good. It's all coming about to bring.
Because now everybody's just one solid spot. Everybody knows where you at.
In fact, listen,
you're a mummy.
The Bible talks about the great deception. The great deception is transhumanism. They're gonna promise you eternal life through a machine that you can upgrade.
Jesus, that is nuts, bro.
And they're gonna try to get people to turn their brains over to this artificial intelligence network, which is basically a hive mind. Whenever they want, they can just control everything.
Jesus, but I know for a fact that a lot of people ain't gonna go with that. A
lot
lot
of you'd be surprised.
People,
the Bible says a lot will.
No, we know that, but I mean, out of their own free will, I'm saying a lot of religious people ain't gonna mess with that.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Always keep in mind that the devil comes as a being of light. No. The Bible doesn't say in different forms. It says that he comes dressed up as a being of light. He comes dressed up as a nice guy. When the Antichrist reveals himself, he's going to be a very sinless person. Like nobody's going to be able to point at him and find something to cancel him with. You understand? That's how charismatic and how religious
Bobby
the Bible tells
says she's investing in God too. That's why I am sharing this info for financial freedom while we are all here on earth. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand. Like you gotta understand.
Everybody has their own convictions.
Right.
Everybody has their own convictions.
It's bringing awareness of this because I never knew this existed. She's basically bringing awareness with what she's saying and what she has experienced.
I believe that money is a tool in this world. What's up, Rain? Money's a tool in this world, and the Bible says that it's not the money; it's the love of money. Right. So I mean, and so investing is just being a good steward. Investing your money, is just being a good steward. Now I get that it can get dicey because as individuals, like I wouldn't invest in anything Disney. Just because I don't like what Disney stands for on a moral level, when it comes to morals and whatnot. But at the same time, I respect the next person, whether they be Christian or not, because right. Everybody has their own convictions when it comes to these things. The main thing is that we keep our trust, in Christ and as Christians anyway. I'm speaking to the Christians in the audience, not anybody who's of a different religion, because obviously you may disagree. But to the Christians, just keep your eyes on the Lord and don't ever deny him. The mark of the beast comes with a denial of God. It's going to be something that you're going to have to give up believing in God and instead believe the lie of eternal life. The same thing that that Lucifer promised Adam and Eve, to be like God, to not be accountable to anything. The minute you start seeing those ads, trying to sell you a new existence, are you bored? Do you sit around all day with nothing to do? Do you need exercise but don't want to go outside because hot sauce number 84 or whatever they up to by then?
Hot sauce.
Because the hot sauce number 84 got you shook. Well, let us introduce you into the Hoodaverse. This is where all the G's go to chill and meet the fly honeys. Trust me,
Yep.
bro.
I know. They're gonna pick up a headset and put the headset on,
And that's
then
it. And they get
everybody's
sucked
gonna
in.
be like a zombie
Just
glued
like
to a chair or
hey,
a
some
bed.
people are like that on TikTok. I confess I could be like that on YouTube. If I'm goody, if I've been kind of made, in other words, been constructive with my time and I got free time, I got no problem binging, a whole series. If I have the free time to do it, hey, I don't take no. But that is exactly why a lot of people are gonna get sucked into that whole idea of not only imagining you're there with these goggles and whatnot, but actually feeling like you're there. They're gonna get sucked in, bro.
That's crazy, bro. I'm
Yeah,
shocked, bro. I never knew that existed, but
it's come. They're already talking about like Elon. That's one of Elon Musk. Elon Musk, one of his projects is developing artificial intelligence, even while at the same time he says it's not a good thing. But he says it's inevitable. It's coming.
Jesus Christ.
Like that's the natural progression of technology. Is fusing these circuit boards into our bodies.
Wow.
Remember Star Trek? What was their name? The Borg.
The R2,
Resistance is futile. Resistance is futile. They were called the Borg on Star Trek, not Star Wars.
Star Trek. Star Trek. No.
Yeah, in the movies, I think they became popular. A race that was half flesh, half machine, like an alien species that came from a planet where everything was made of half organism.
They already have the robots already.
Yeah, but what they're trying to sell is human, robot bodies for human consciousness.
Jesus Christ!
Like little by little. I mean, even if they could put something in you to cure every disease, because that's what they're gonna promise you. Nanobots are gonna repair your body constantly. You don't have to worry about cancer, nothing, right? Eventually your mind is overtaken by the same artificial intelligence. You're not. It's demonic in essence. It's satanic by nature. You're undead, is what you are. That's what the zombie will probably look like. Half machine.
That is crazy, bro. So
that
means
a zombie walking around with a crescent wrench for an arm.
So in this virtual world, you could be whoever you want to be. You want to be Spider-Man, jumping around buildings and
eventually,
stuff.
if you got the money, you could be Superman.
Yo, that is nuts.
If you got the money,
you imagine that?
They will sell you that. Don't think they won't.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Danny. That's what they're selling, immortality, which is exactly what Lucifer sells you. He sells you immortality. That's when you lose your connection to your God. Yeah. Yeah, because you start worshiping yourself.
Wow.
You start worshiping yourself. You are now all powerful. Nothing can kill you. You probably you probably walk around with a backpack full of spare arms and legs in case you get in a fight.
And how would that work? You go into a hospital to get injected?
I don't know. I'm just letting my medical cannabis here.
No, but I'm saying how would it?
Don't ask me to imagine anything right now, brother.
You know what I mean? It has to be a facility that you go to and they just leave you there. You sign a contract over and that's it. You go into that world.
That's how the Bible presents it. That people will voluntarily do that. It's gonna be mandate, and it says that the people who won't do that will not be able to buy or sell anything.
Wow.
That's how the Bible describes it. Whoever doesn't take the mark and denies God.
Definitely sounds complicated, Rain. True to that. That sounds crazy. This is a real deep topic,
Yes,
bro.
I agree. We are definitely built to conclude.
Wow.
Amen to that. That's a
Yeah,
good quote.
man.
That's a bumper sticker
We
right
need
there. Oh,
we need to do another
she
show
just
on this.
dropped a bomb. Look at that. You need to share that line. We are built to conclude. Damn right. Nobody wants to be here forever. Trust me. I feel sorry for vampires if they really do exist. They probably all died. They probably all voluntarily walked out in the sunlight as soon as they locked the country down. As soon as the lockdown came, the vampires said, "No, that's it. This is crazy. Yo, I ain't doing this." Stepped out in the sunlight, fried up, turned to dust.
Nah, man.
The whole vampire community wiped out by social media and
that means there'll be them vampire people in there too, bro.
Think about it. Yeah, if you could be a vampire, yeah, why not?
But just the same way we have governments, I'm sure they'll have governments in them.
Imagine, see, look at my avatar right now on the restream, right? Imagine that avatar with horns and fangs.
Wow.
Walking around like, "Hey, you shot, were you? Hold on. I'm sorry, I can't close my mouth. Look at how big my teeth got, man."
And let me guess, if you don't follow their rules, they have a little button that they press, and that's it, game over.
Hey, who knows, right? I mean, eventually, right? Population control.
That's what I'm looking at.
You know who they're gonna catch? You know who we're gonna catch? Everybody who's at work not working. Click. They just hit your switch. Boom. Now you're not just fired. You're dead. Get out of here. You're no good for nothing.
Wow. Jesus. Well, Joy, bro, that's it for me, brother.
Yeah,
I'm tired, man. I want to thank
you.
I want to thank you. I want to thank Bobby and everybody for coming up here, man. True.
Yeah, no doubt.
Danny, Rain, you know, everybody.
Danny Divine been rocking from the jump too.
Hell yeah. That's the brother, man. And everybody.
Shout out to Maine, Light on the Hill. He tapped in too.
Yes,
man.
Light on the Hill too.
Support Light on the Hill.
Who else? I'm scrolling up. Who else?
Support the big bro, Maine.
Yes.
Let's see who else. Thought I saw Sir Early up in here. Yeah, no doubt.
Early too.
I-Top. No doubt, man.
Blessings. Yeah, I want to thank everybody, man. Good night. Thank you.
Yeah, don't forget the soup drive, folks.
Yes. Where we at?
Don't forget the soup drive.
El Sopa. Pollo Nothing. I want to lay down, bro. I want to go to bed.
Está bien, bro. Get some rest, my brother.
There you go. Look, there goes the soupy drive. So anybody that wants to donate.
I'm out, mi gente. God bless you and your family. You
let
heard?
us know. Yes.
All right,
you too, brother. Thank you so much for coming, man. And anybody that wants to donate, everything is in the description. I want to thank everybody so much, man, for all the support. But I'm really tired. I don't feel too well because of this damn hot sauce. So I'm going to go to bed. Other than that, thank everybody. God bless. Until next one. Peace. Dos.